Hello, people. It's been 2 months with the lockdown. You can imagine the immense suffering the poor people have to undergo. It's practically impossible to survive without food. The struggle is not with the virus anymore, but with extreme lack of food and the psychological trauma that one day we're gonna die due to starvation. It's no time for blame game, but I'm gonna tell you facts. 16 kilograms of rice is no doubt a big help in the struggle for survival. But 16 kilograms of rice can't feed a person for 2 months. Let us forget the curry and other items that have to go with the rice. Life is indeed hard. A single day without any work caused by burns or strikes almost makes a poor family starve for a day because their survival entirely depends on the daily wages they get. Imagine 60 days of no work amidst sicknesses and diseases. This includes all daily wage earners, drivers, and private school teachers. So the fear of the government is the virus itself and its impact on the economy. There seems to be some fear for death too, which I think is good. Similarly, the fear of the rich is the virus and the possible suffering it can bring on them in the ICU. The loss of business and the income it takes away is a big worry too. But they always get what they always got, the good food. They still have the fruits and vegetables they always had. They still have the fish and chicken they always had. They still have the milk and cheese they always had. The poor people don't ask for anything more special. They just want to have the poor little meal they almost had every day. When that does not happen, what are the possible consequences? Keep listening. You know that India's population is over 1.3 billion, which is equivalent to 17.7% of the total world population, only next to China. According to the 2011 census, nearly 22% of India's population is poor. If we look closely, this data comes after considering a person who earns above rupees 27 per day as above poverty line. Well, who can survive with rupees 27? A kg of rice costs above 40 rupees. A kilogram of potato costs above rupees 30. 20 rupees chili is not even sufficient for a decent spicy curry, which every Indian family loves. Over 68% of the Indian population lives on less than $2 a day. Over 30% even have less than $1.25 a day. Imagine what will happen when these huge number of people begin to starve. The possible consequences could be: number one, they will try to break the lockdown without any cooperation and come out in the streets. There is possible violence. Americans took to the streets not because they were hungry. India's case will be different. Number two, all possible food resources in the fields, hills, rivers, lakes, etc. will be hunted in the struggle for survival. Number three, The rich people who have a lot of piled up food stocks will be requested to share their food. When they don't agree, the food will be snatched violently because the power of the rich is nothing compared to the poor masses when it comes to life and death matter. Number 4. When all this is over, the people will start eating one another, starting from those who look more tasty and have more meat. With this, the survival of the fittest will begin. The strongest will feast on the weakest. Okay, let's stop here. All this were nothing but a dramatic presentation of the untold sufferings of the poor masses. Now I request everyone to be generous with the poor. Share your resources and help one another so that worse things don't happen in the future. I request all the honorable leaders and those in charge to help out the poor people even more than ever. They are the ones who brought you to the office. Let us be grateful. Thank you.